Okay, we're back here, folks. Actually, this is a good time to take a word out for our we got a sponsor now. I thought of a sponsor. Okay, and the sponsor of the Mirami-histor-chi is the maker of. This is one of the products. Okay, and that's made for his daughter Abby. That's all local. That's all his craftsmanship. And the man comes by the name of Corey Wishart, and his store is called the Core Store, which I just made up. And we're going to start showcasing. And if you're wondering how a local guy that kind of makes, he's a craftsman and has many talents, how he ends up sponsoring a show like this, well, I'll tell you. He sponsors this show by just being one of the greatest brother-in-laws that one could ever have. Okay? So we're going to showcase his work through our little program here. This is just the leather. Wait until you get into the wood, the metal, anything like that. Okay? And then another thing that we're going to show, again, all of these articles, all these newspaper clippings that you guys are seeing are stored in these, what are we calling these? Cases? Cases, okay? This is from 99, labeled here. This is Roger's sheet metal. He made these when he was working at the mill. He was a sheet metal guy in his shop, and he was able to, and these were made obviously after the bell rang. He would stay late and do these on his own time, of course. And you know, there's many of these that are storing these newspaper articles, as well as many other, and then the cover right there. So Raj, not only was he documenting this stuff, he was making the cases? Maybe it's a case. Okay, so Raj just showed me this one, okay? Now that right there, it looks like a couple of Clydesdales. Yeah. Okay, the way he'd have wanted it. Now this was a funeral. And I'm going to go real quick here. Wilfred Savoy of Russellville, who passed away recently, was buried last week. Wilfred loved horses so much, so his family thought it only fitting they should be part of his funeral service. And I'm just going to keep it right there. So that's a funeral service on the Miramichi in 1999. A man that passed away, the Clydesdales carried the coffin down as part of the procession. Yep. Wow, amazing. Nice, yeah. I was a part of an interesting funeral procession when I was in Japan. Oh, wow. I was out in the countryside, and all of a sudden this funeral passed by. Like I was like on the house, and I got caught in it almost. Like I was, you can't leave. No. And then the Japanese guy next to me is telling me what to do. Oh, yeah. He's like, okay, you got it. And it was very interesting to watch how they did it too. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we're going to do a Logieville. Was that the Ron Polly ball title there? Oh, yeah. And you can name out the lads on the team. They won the tournament. Okay. Yeah. The Logieville Alpines take Ron Polly title. This is 99? Yeah. Okay. Well, there's a photo. I don't know anything about this. I wasn't around. There's a photo of the young guys. And the Logieville, oh, that's the Douglastown team. Sorry. Yeah. Anyway, Logieville won it. That's not the pitcher. The names, oh, this is the senior. Okay, so Danny McCullum, Troy Ross, Chris McKay, Craig McCormick, Dennis Hashey, Mark Wood, Rodney Buggy, Dougie Connick, Duke Connolly. Okay, actually, those are just players that were in the tournament, and they were from different teams there. But Logieville won it in 1999. You know what? I remember that team. Yeah. And they went to an Eastern Canadian in Ontario, and I went to watch it. Was there no, those are different. Those are like All-Stars or something. Well, that was the All-Stars of the whole tournament. Yeah. So anyway, we kind of, that's not smooth, but you know, here at Mirami-histor-chi, we don't take time to go back and edit things out because we are just au naturel here, folks. That's how we roll it. And we also roll the barley soup in the afternoons on a Saturday.
Yeah.
What do you got here? Young fiddler strikes perfect note.
Samantha Robbie Shaw.
Oh, wow.
Made a big name for herself as a fiddler. And
Oh, yeah?
She has lost the blood here in Logieville through the Robichaud family.
Oh, yeah? I don't know her.
Yeah.
Young fiddler strikes perfect note. 12-year-old Samantha Robichaud has more rewards than musicians twice her age. With provincial and Canadian championships in hand, Riverview's Samantha Robichaud receives many performance invitations, and she has family members here right in our community. There's nothing like the fiddle. It's an amazing instrument.
So they have a fiddling competition for the youth there.
Okay.
She's here, but apparently this girl here, I think, won it this year.
Okay.
Well, the story says that she won it last year.
Okay. So there's some Riverview 10-year-old national fiddling champ. And there's a really cool, that's from our local Moncton Times paper.
Yeah.
3...
So I followed her career. I have a lot of clippings of her.
Oh, yeah?
How she kept rising to
Right.
popularity.
Well, you know
now
what?
I think she's a teacher now.
Oh, so 25 years later, she's teaching.
Oh, yeah.
Terry Surratt, Stacy Reed, and Samantha Robichaud. Oh, wow. There's nothing... Hey, music. If you have music in your blood, those of you out there that have music and can hear it and it's in your blood, then your life is blessed. It is that's one of the greatest gifts that you could ever receive.
Now, what's the chances of anybody here in the Miramichi getting a kiss from Marilyn Monroe? Right?
Well, I don't know.
We have a clipping here
Uh-oh.
of this guy from Blackville, I believe it was
Gordon Munn.
Blackville. Maybe it's there, and you can maybe just have a little reading here.
Okay.
That's all you got to read. Yeah.
Okay, so memories of a kiss, and that's our tower in Chatham here. But anyway, this guy right here apparently claimed that he got a kiss from the iconic Marilyn Monroe. Gordon Munn, with poster given him by Granddad. Okay, so Gordon Munn, 94, still remembers the day Marilyn Monroe kissed him. She was a goddess of film, the poster dream of men around the world. Okay. She was married to DiMaggio. We know about the JFK stuff. And she kissed Gordon Munn of Blackville on the cheek some 40 years ago, and he's never forgotten it. So Marilyn, I think, visited here one time fishing. Like, you know, we come from a famous fishing village. And that guy right there, folks... I bet you if this guy's wife was still alive when this article come out, there was he was sleeping on the couch that night. Oh, this is a good photo. This is Brian Moore. I could tell just by looking at him. Brian Moore was a great guy. He's a left-handed arm. There's a picture from center field of our Ironman Field in Chatham. And he was preparing the field for the Canadian Senior Baseball National Championships. He was working for the city. Great photo, great article, Raj.
Yeah. So this is just to show how our local paper shows how the coverage of the
Scots.
The Scots.
Okay.
Like how they did
Okay.
the whole
So we're the home of Canada's Irish Festival, but we also have a large contingent of Scottish heritage here too. And just look at how times were different 25 years ago. Full coverage, centerfold on the heritage of our Scottish. Wow.
It's a great publication there with all the colors and yellow and everything. It's just
really excellent, Raj. Really excellent.
Yeah,
Okay, here's another. Oh, did you have something?
No, take care of that.
Okay, so here's a baseball photo. Looks like that's in Fredericton. I can tell by the fence. Ironman host nationals. Well, you see this guy right here, folks. There's my good buddy Troy Godfrey. Chatham Ironman's Troy Godfrey Wright slides in behind Moncton Mudcats, Dana Harkwell, and New Brunswick Senior League. Oh, it was in Moncton. I thought it was in Fredericton. Yeah, Troy Godfrey, when he was playing baseball, there was nobody faster. He was a center fielder. Amazing center fielder, and Mr. Man, could he motor. He still can, I'm sure.
So again, we'll focus on how this tournament was presented to us here.
Okay.
The way.
You want to go here first?
No, second. This is like.
Oh, I see. Okay,
both-
so
both-
maybe we can hold up
both
together.
So it's held the paper.
Yes,
All
covered. Okay, so I'm going to go to your left, Raj. We'll
Okay.
slide across. Okay, well, now we'll go to my right. Gearing up for nationals. This was the local paper. Ironman Field getting ready for national championship. There's a photo here from the 1950s of some fans watching baseball. Once again, for our 2 fans out there that have been watching, they know that Raj and I are baseball fans first. Michael Matchett and Matthew Benson were working on the field. And the Nationals came here. This community supports it really well. There's Mike Matchett and Matt Benson. Mike was a defenseman in hockey, Josh's teammate for many years. And there's Greg Morris, Mervyn McCarthy, and Daryl Matthews, folks. Those guys were some of the Chatham Ironman brass back in the day.
So we have, of all the ferry boats we had on the river, we have a good article here on the naming of the Francis Ullick Ferry.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'm pouring something here, Raj, so
Yeah.
that's...
So the Francis Ullick Ferry, and then the Romeo and Juliet, and several others. So this is just an article of how it got its name.
Oh, right on.
And apparently, it was, you can read that there, the teen.
Okay,
the
so
named
teen in long dress saves swimmers. Ferry named for her. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Francis Ullick.
yeah.
She was a 14-year-old girl wearing a long dress. She leaped into the Miramichi River and saved the lives of a group of young people caught in a deadly current. Wow.
Anyway, that's a good article.
Oh, it's a
there
great article.
on-
That's a
on-
great article.
on-
And we
no.
have, we have a history. Like, for those of you that have never been to the Miramichi, like, I'm pointing this way right now, which is north. The river is a 1-minute walk that way, and it's pretty wide across there. And if you go towards that way, which is east, it opens up into the Atlantic Ocean. We are very close to the Miramichi Bay here, and it's a big waterway.
So we have some other guys on the river are taking to the air to show us some scenes of the Miramichi from the airplane.
Oh, wow.
Frankie McFarland is
Oh,
one of
wow.
them.
So we've already shown a Napan Fair, and, we're a community of, 18,000, 19,000, 25,000 maybe surrounding, and we're showing you horse pulling, we're showing you baseball championships, we're showing you graduation plays. Our community was well-rounded in many ways. This is from the Air Force Base, and we used to have air shows here. I remember as a kid going and saying, okay, Mom and Dad, you just brought a kid to the air show with a bright blue sky, and you expect me to look up into the sun and have my eyes not squinty? Always bring your sunglasses to an air show. Taking flight, Marcel Belanger with his Cessna 150. The Miramichi Regional Hospital is seen from the air, view from flying westward, and Jerry McLean poses with his hand-built aircraft. Wow.
Yep.
The air show.
So Ryan Bowes now, he does a lot of
Yep.
flights in the air and get lots of good pictures there.
Yes.
So we just want to just show us something
He's
here.
taking pictures now.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen on this website,
Yeah.
Brian Bowes, he's the father of one of my friends, and he's a local entrepreneur, and he's out in his airplane taking a lot of cool photos.
So back in '99, here's a young lady from across the river in Russellville.
Okay.
And she had her dream come true about opening up a horse stable. there
Oh,
for-
wow.
for
Oh, Raj.
youthful
Look at what Raj is sharing with us, folks. This is a beautiful story. Look at that. Look how happy she looks with a horse. Like horses, I've never had a horse, but the people that have horses just say the connection is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
It's an amazing thing if you think about the history of horses. Horse lovers' dream. Okay? After years of dreaming, Murray opens her stable. Maureen Murray with one of her horses. So she had a dream of opening a horse stable, and that dream came alive, folks. The Pineview Stables opened on the Russellville Road recently. Congratulations, Maureen. I have no idea what's going on in your life right now, but I'm sure it still involves horses.
So there's the beauty of her barn there.
Okay, and this is a continuation of some photos on her stable. The beautiful animals feeding right now, and there is a picture of her barn. Wow.
Yeah, so a while ago, I think we talked about the Ironman winning the bronze medal. There,
Okay.
And these are some color
Oh, wow,
photos.
Raj.
Color photos of the.
Raj, you're outdoing yourself. Okay, we have color photos from that National Senior Championship baseball. Our local team, the Ironmen, they win the bronze medal. And I'm going to show you some photos here in color in our local newspaper. Very, very, very there's Matt Jenkins, I can just tell by looking at him. This is a, okay, so we got Mike Dunnett. He was a pitcher-catcher. I'm going to skip this name because I'm going back to him. John Can, Hatchet they called him. Huge hockey player, baseball player, crushed the ball, first baseman. Derek Wilson was a pickup. Dino Gallant. Matt Jenkins was a star shortstop pitcher for many years in the Ironman. Eric Desprez, who we covered a couple of episodes ago. But the guy I'm going to focus on is a guy that I came coming of age many things with, is a Miramichi Hall of Famer in the baseball. He's Sports Hall of Fame or baseball? John Saunders, folks. John Saunders had a long career in the sport of baseball in our town in Chatham. He is a leader. He was a catcher. He hit for power. He hit for average. But I know John very well personally, and I'll tell you what, he was the captain of the team for many years, and he was a guy that he was the natural leader, trust me. And John loves his baseball, and I'll be having a coffee with him next week.
Yeah. So the next article is still with that baseball tournament, and the people that are very important for that is the 250
volunteers. Yep. And again, okay, intergenerational project. Nephew, uncle, my generation. I'm in my 40s, late 40s. Raj is in his mid 70s. Raj recognizes what it takes behind the scenes to do all these things. So many people, we forget. We just see the show and we don't realize. And Raj is pointing out that in order for a tournament like that, a senior nationals, to happen in a small community, the real heroes are the ones that we don't see. You know, the volunteers, 250 volunteers. And, you know, I read a book recently and it touched on this topic. And it's like, the people that are most content and healthy in their lives right now, one of the aspects that they have in common is volunteering their time.
Exactly.
Okay, so tournament ticket sale, oh my God, it only took me 1.5 drinks of the barley soup here to not be able to read. Tournament ticket sellers, left to right, Marge McPhee, Julie McCormick, Carol Savage, and Penny Matthews. She was a teacher working tournament sales. Linda Morris and Maura McCluskey. Linda is the wife of Greg Morris, a prominent couple in the Chatham community for many years in sports and everything else. Joyce Fry and Darlene O'Donnell. Darlene loved her baseball. She was worked at the middle school. Sarah Bowes and Melissa Bowes and Mike Rudder, folks. And once again, there's the Bowes girls, Sarah and Melissa, first cousins, doing some volunteer work for our senior national championships.
Now we have politicians and organizing committee congratulating the Ironman
for their bronze medal.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's the politicians, there's the team that won the Canadian bronze, and there's the organizing committee. And on the organizing committee, rather than name the players, let's mention the names of the organizing committee. Daryl Matthews, I had him as a teacher. Frank Trevors, Joe Cook, Marvin McCarthy, I had him as a teacher. Mike Rudder, I had him as a teacher. Darlene O'Neill, Penny Matthews, never had her. Walter McCarthy, episode 2, we showed his wedding photo coming out of the church. Middle row, Tommy McLean, George Lloyd, Harold Flieger, Mike Bowes, Agnes O'Neill, Joe Edna Walsh, Linda Morris, Marjorie McPhee, Paul O'Hara, Jim Lampke, Jerome McLaughlin, Bill Davis, Mary Bowes, Karen Traer, Donnie Traer, Johnny Cripps, Donald Clancy, and Kenny Martin. Thank you, Raj, for that.
Okay, that's a AAA Mosquito Ironman provincial win there.
Oh, wow. Okay, so in 99, not only did the senior team win a bronze at the Nationals, this group of young lads right here, they were just like probably grade 5, 6, 7 or something like that. They won the AAA Mosquito provincial title. Brandon Giberson, and I'm going to skip one name here and come back to it. Daniel Cook, Matthew McDonald, Matthew Lobin, Justin Cormier, Corey Hilchey, Tyler Hardinger, Kyle Kelly, Corey Kelly, Justin Reynolds, Brian Dunn, Lester Hardy, Andrew Flieger, Jeremy Vautour, Tyler Cormier, and I'm going back to Bradley Malone, who has gone on to a professional hockey career, and he just set a record, Raj. Yeah. He is the all-time leader in games played for the Bakersfield Condors or whatever, the farm team of the Edmonton Oilers. He's the captain out there. He's a fine young man. We know his parents, and he's made the Miramichi proud over the years.
Now this photo here is just another indication of the fine coverage of a successful program in the river of the Fall Suppers.
Oh, wow.
And this is the Fall Supper of St. Michael's, and look at the job that was done with the paper.
With the paper. And you know what? Okay, the job that was done with the paper, but the job that's done with the documentation. And Roger has a sense of, look at what we're showing here, folks. We're showing community here. Miramichi. This is a fall supper. Look at the coverage that this newspaper did. This is in color, and we have there's the biggest living room in the Miramichi right there, folks. Or sorry, dining room, and you know we have a full page, like the center field of Albert Walsh and Aaron McLean having supper, and Carolyn White and. Stan Bask and Julie Richard. Stan Bask is in the kitchen. Julie Richard playing the piano. Kevin and Elsie Girard. Lisa Smith. Ida Power. The fall supper at St. Michael's in Miramichi always draws a big crowd. And I'm just looking at these plates here, folks, and I tell you what, everybody's licking their plate clean. Nothing like getting your peas and carrots and some nice turkey gravy. And I think we should go try to find ourselves a spring supper right now.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, we'll go from youth to the elderly.
Okay.
And these are local kids in our community.
Oh wow. Is this?
Yeah.
This is Logieville?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is New Brunswick Day, and we got some local kids. Okay, I'm going to have to read this because I didn't look at it. And this is Logieville, or the community that we grew up on, the Miramichi, New Brunswick Day. And we got Jillian Robishaw. Her father's David, who is a fine gentleman. I love him. He was a pallbearer, or an honorary pallbearer at my dad's recent funeral. Kanan Murdoch takes a rest by home plate. And Brent Malone, he's the brother of Brad, who we just mentioned. Oh, right on, Raj.
So we go from the youth to the elderly?
To the elderly. And this is Gorman, still one of the boys in the ball field. So, Diamond Anniversary. Okay, I don't know this guy, Raj.
Well, he was run a taxi stand in Chatham.
Oh, so he was the owner of the Gorman's Taxi?
Yeah.
Freeman Gump Gorman. Gumpy Gorman, I remember that name.
Yeah.
So Gorman's still one of the boys on the ball field after more than 60 years. Freeman Gump Gorman plays ball 2 to 3 times a week and said he never gets sore.
This is 1999.
1999, he was 60 years old, and that's the amazing because it must have been slow pitch, eh? Playing ball when he was in grade 6 at age 10. He hasn't looked back. Still plays ball on a weekly basis. Yeah, right on, Raj. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Gumpy Gorman playing ball at 60. When I was a kid, we would always hear the name Gumpy Gorman, the taxi. And I tell you what, I could never have predicted that I'd be sitting here right now, all these years later, talking about Gumpy Gorman playing ball at 60.
Yeah.
Okay, this is hilarious. Roger had this cut out. I had no idea. That's my mother and my father. I had no idea. I'm coming into this blind.
It's a newspaper clipping.
Yeah, that's a newspaper clipping of their 25th anniversary. And oh my God, they got married on October 5th. And my name's on here, but I don't remember doing it. Yeah. And it's so funny because this would have been their 50th this year. Dad passed away just in February.
Well, we gotta mention this about Adam here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and goaltender.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, anybody in the Logieville community knows this fine young gent right there. And Adam works at the hospital as a nurse, I think, right?
Yeah.
Adam Como. He would be Roger's first cousin, actually. And he's more my age, but you know how these extended families work. So, hockey. James M. Hill boys hockey team goalie Adam Como has been hot of late. The grade 12 student from Logieville has won 2 All-Star awards at 2 tournaments in the past 2 weeks. Como was selected top goalie at the Miramichi Fall Classic, and then again on the weekend in Caracat. He's a second-year goalie with the Tommies. And I'll tell you what, I actually think that both yourself and myself had a lot to do with him winning these tournament MVPs, because we shot so many balls at this kid when he was like, I tell you what, I can remember so vividly, this kid right here, he had the goaltender in him. That's all he wanted to do. Yeah. And he just had it. And he would never flinched. He just knew the movements. And I remember those plastic black pads he had? Those rubber pads. You take a slap shot off with that, and the ball would bounce 100 miles in the air. Yeah. But right on, Adam.
So we're going to go a little justice here with the Dr. Logie wins Field Hockey Crown with one of our local kids here.
October 22nd, 99, Dr. Logie. It's a middle school on the Chatham side. Field Hockey Crown. Who's our local girl here? Is it Denise?
Denise, yeah.
Okay, so let me see. We mentioned Manick yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dr. Logie defeated Evergreen Park of Moncton in overtime. Denise Rabasha scored the winner. Oh, right on, Denise. And Denise is the sister of Manick, and both of those girls played lots of sports growing up. And again, you know, we're on the south side of the river. The main community was Chatham. So Roger, when he's doing his clippings, obviously over the years he always told me he cuts out things of interest to him and the significance. So when it comes to like school things, you know, most of the things that we're covering in here are on that Chatham side. So
this is Denise's sister.
Okay.
She's honored there.
Oh wow. Okay. This is Manick again. Denise's sister, who we just mentioned. Rabasha, player of the game in college. The visiting St. Mary's University Huskies won and tied with the UPA Lady Panthers field hockey team in games held Saturday and Sunday. SMU, St. Mary's University's Manick Rabasha, rookie from James M. Hill, was selected player of the game in Saturday's match. You know what? I did not know that Manick played university field hockey.
Imagine.
I did not know that. I was gone.
This is one of our friends that we all got close to. Maybe just show that there.
Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Logieville's own Kenny Black here, and this is his marriage.
Yeah.
Mr. and Mrs. Dewey Gillespie of Miramichi are pleased to announce the forthcoming marriage of their daughter, Deetra, to Kenny Black here. And you know what? Kenny has always been an excellent guy in this community, and Roger and I both have close relationships with him, and every time I come home I make sure that I connect with him. So I'm about to have some lunch with him.
So we only have 3 more articles to mention.
Okay.
And there's a lad here that had lots of friendship here with their family here. And,
Oh yeah.
No
Oh
big
wow. So here's another 25th anniversary, folks. This is Judy and Willis Williston. Happy 25th wedding anniversary. Love and best wishes from Melanie, Greg, Brad, family and friends. And Brad, I just saw him a couple weeks ago. Brad is like best friends with Roger's son Josh. They played hockey all coming up through the system. Anytime Josh is home here on the Miramichi, Josh lives in the Toronto area right now. Josh lives in Whitby or Bowmanville.
Yep,
Bowmanville, Ontario, outside of Toronto, and Brad comes over and they are close to this day. Right on.
Okay, before we get to the last sports team here, we got the little article here, claims to the...
Okay. Miramichi lays claim as country's Irish capital. So that water tower right there is right beside the LBA, Lord Beaverbrook Arena in the Chatham community. And you know, we have Canada's Irish Festival painted on that tower. Anybody driving in Highway Route 11, yeah, through, they can take a little veer off, come on in for
right beside the rink.
Right beside the rink. City has been nurturing its Irish heritage since the 1800s when boatloads of Irish immigrants arrived. It just seems like every place in Canada has boatloads of Irish immigrants.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You should see Vancouver right now where I live. There's tons of them. Okay, so the city of and we love them. The city of Miramichi is laying claim as the Irish capital of Canada, and its water tower sports a new coat of paint and unique lettering for all. Oh, that was only in '99 when they painted that, eh?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So this is a young Pee Wee team that went to Newfoundland and ended up in second place.
Oh wow.
So I'm going to say that's baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that should be our last.
Okay, so Pee Wee team comes second. So these ones we're not going to get to.
No,
There's too much in there, yeah.
No, we don't have to go through nothing there.
Oh, okay.
All we gotta,
Okay. So there it is, folks. We're going to end. This is ending 99 right here.
no, we're going to just hang on. We're just going to just take a time out for a second.
Okay. So there's a Pee Wee team. They come in second. The Chatham Pee Wee AAA Ironman finished. So, okay, so we had the senior men's in Chatham winning bronze in Canada. We had the Mosquito team, the youngsters, winning the provincial championship. And now we have the Pee Wee team coming in second in New Brunswick. Or Atlantics. They won New Brunswick. They went into they finished second in the Atlantics. And what's our roster looking like? We got Ryan Barry, Matty Underhill, Brad Reagan, Ori Cook, who's now a senior player with the Ironman and one of Mum's favorites. Andrew, but Mum's favorite is actually Chris Keating. She says he's my favorite ball player. Andrew Lorden, Ryan McDonald, Devin Carroll, Jeremy Leggett, Brian Martin, Tyler O'Reilly, Lance Woodman, Robert Taylor, Corey Cormier, Jamie Hicks, Paul Berry, Stuart Keown as the coaches. So right on, boys. And it's really cool because in the Chatham community, the Ironmen, they wear red, blue, and white. And from the senior, junior, midget, right down through, they all have the same style of uniform, and they're all called the Ironmen, and it's a great baseball tradition, isn't it?
Yeah.
It really is. Okay, we're going to pause here?
Pause until we take a time out.
Okay, another time out. We're only about, 2 hours deep already? Okay, we are back to conclude the year of 1999, the decade of the 90s, the 20th century, and Raj in that, what do we call that again? Folder, box. Anyway, Raj's storage compartments for these things. He has kept all of the local newspapers, not only around the Miramichi but New Brunswick, intact. It was the last issues from '99. And what do you got here, Raj?
Oh, we have the last Miramichi weekend.
Okay, the last Miramichi weekend came Friday, December 31st, 1999. That was the last issue of the Miramichi weekend, folks. In the year '99. We're not going to read everything because of time. What else you got?
Some of that has to be part of that program.
What was this from? The Miramichi weekend?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so this is part of the Miramichi weekend. It was called Country Market. Beautiful photo of some deer. That was part, like, look how times have changed. The internet was just not prevalent back then. So the newspaper industry was still, you know, I remember I did some work for a newspaper one time. You know what the guy told me?
No.
There was a newspaper that came, it was Moncton Times. I was working over there, and the Moncton Times had the front page. It had an advertisement on it.
Oh.
And the guy there told me, so that's it. That's the end of the newspapers. When your front page has a full page advertisement,
Yeah.
things are falling apart.
Yeah, so like I say, the last week of the year, they'll be doing multiple stories.
Christmas and stuff like that.
all
So this was from Christmas Eve, December 24th, 99, another Miramichi weekend, you know. I remember being over in Fredericton at university when 99 switched over into 2000, the Y2K. Remember everybody said it was going to, computer systems were going to collapse, and all of a sudden the year rings in and nothing really happened, right?
So this is the last newspaper of the Telegraph Journal.
The Telegraph Journal comes out of St. John, eh?
Yeah.
And you know, right on, so this was December 31st, 1999, St. John, New Brunswick, the Telegraph Journal. This is their last issue of the 90s of the century. That's a cool photo. Viewed through the open glass, Roy Hemphill adjusts the time on one of the clocks in his collection.
Well, here's a classic here,
Yeah.
ending the end of the decade or the century
Okay.
with New Brunswick's own Ron Turcotte.
So Ron Turcotte, okay. So this is from the Telegraph Journal. The Triple Crown feat is worthy of #1 ranking. And okay, so there's Secretariat the horse. What year was this? 70s?
Oh, when they won.
Yeah, 73. So Secretariat, for those of you in the sporting world, everybody knows Secretariat. Look at that beautiful photo. Anyway, Secretariat won the Triple Crown, which is the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness, and the Belmont. And the jockey of Secretariat, that dude right there sitting on that amazing horse. That horse not only won the Triple Crown, it dominated by lengths and lengths.
Oh,
Nobody was even close.
30-some wins in the last race.
Yeah. So Ron Turcotte, this gentleman right here, is a New Brunswicker.
From Grand Falls.
From Grand Falls, New Brunswick. So there it is, folks. The greatest horse, well, many people think Secretariat's one of the greatest horses that it has ever run. The jockey was from Grand Falls, New Brunswick. Ron Turcotte. That's pretty cool.
He ended his racing career by having an accident on one of his races there.
Oh, yeah?
And he became a paraplegic.
Oh, really?
After that there. So that's part of that paper there.
And that's also, okay.
Yeah. And there's probably the last thing is the New Year's.
Okay.
Miramichi Leader New Year's.
So Miramichi Leader, this would be like New Year's, welcomes the year 2000. Hey, it's, what are we at here? We're in March? This is March 2nd?
Yeah.
What are you doing for New Year's?
I
I have a friend in Fredericton. He's like, what? Is it August already? What are you doing for New Year's? He always makes that joke, so I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then this one here, Raj pulled this one up. He, what's the cover look like?
Oh, it's just the new babies of the future.
Oh yeah, so this is from December 31st, 99, New Brunswick Reader magazine. Look at that cute little baby, and they're talking about, like, you know, who the babies are. But this goes on to show some great New Brunswickers, Wallace and Harris McCain. Okay, now oftentimes we show prominent business moguls in things like this. The McCain family, lots of employees. We got. Oh, you have something there? Oh, we go back further? Okay.
Yeah,
it starts here?
Right here.
Oh, it starts right here with a Miramichi dude, man. We got Lord Beaverbrook. He's a prominent New Brunswicker. We got Father Clément Cormier, and there's a high school named after him in the Moncton area.
Yeah.
We have Casey Irving. He's from Bucktouche. That's about 45 minutes to an hour south of here. And Antonin Mallet. You know what? I'm gonna plead ignorance on this one.
That's the Quinn.
Oh, La Paix.
is the Quinn,
Oh, right
yeah.
on. Oh, right on. You know what? You guys went and checked that out, eh?
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen that performance. We already covered the McCains.
Yeah.
We got Muriel McQueen Ferguson, another great New Brunswicker, and another show of my ignorance. Sorry, we don't know. Alden Nowlin. I know this guy. He's a writer out of the Fredericton area.
Yeah.
He was friends with David Adams Richards.
Oh, yeah.
David Adams Richards
Oh,
speaks
yeah.
very highly of that guy.
Okay, yeah.
Peter Paul. Don't know him. Dr. William Roberts.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
No clue, folks.
Louis Robichaud should be next, I think.
Louis Robichaud. There's Louis Robichaud. What's Louis Robichaud? And we'll just end her right there.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks a lot, Raj, for sharing
Okay.
your documentation once again.
So that's all the collection at the end of the
At
20th
99.
century.
Wow. Wow. Well, I'll tell you what. We're sitting here. We have decided, as a nephew-uncle team, to tackle the local historian's collection of decades long of documentation of our local history here in the Miramichi and surrounding area. So I got a lot of work to do. We went long today.
We have a magazine here in Sky Park, Miramichi.
Oh yeah, was that
Back at the base. So,
was that an end of the year thing?
yeah. So
Yeah.
Lake Rogers up them lived there back there.
Yeah, right on.
And these are just magazines that are hung on at the end of the
Oh, so
century.
like, and then like Raj has more, you know, Sky Park. Raj is a collector, and I tell you what, when you come into his house, you don't. It's organized and filed out, so it doesn't look like we got like a crazy hoarding guy here. It's all clean and organized. Trust me, it's filed away. So Raj, thanks again. I'm enjoying these doing this project with you, and we shall reconvene whenever you'd let me know when you got a free slot.
Next time around.
Next time around. See you later.